Hey, good morning if you're joining me live. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes. People can join me, and if you're here, say hello. And I am going to make sure, I'm just going to try to find me on my page here so I can see that everything's working good. But I'd like to welcome you to my Facebook Live. Usually I'm here on Wednesdays, but I had a change of plans, so I had to take and change it. So hopefully next week it'll be back on Wednesday. Let's see, I just did a refresh on my thing. So yes, if you're joining me this morning, please say hello. Okay. There we go. I can see that I am pretty good. So looks like I got a lot of junk up here. I tried to rearrange my camera a little bit better, so but I'm not sure if it is better, but I think it is. Okay. All right. I'd like to welcome you. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me today. I'd like to welcome you. I'm Kelly Agee with Stampin' with Kelly. And I'm from Atlanta, Michigan, so we're up north. But what I'm working with today, I got a bunch of projects going on. I had ordered a couple things from Stamping Up, and I don't know if they're doing different shipping things, but I had two of my dies not come in. So I was kind of a little bummed because I had planned on doing something different. But anywho, I'm making the best of it, and I'm just going to kind of show you quickly what I am using today. I figured it'd be just easier, but I'm using the Countryside in the 12 by 12 paper. I finally ordered this, and oh my gosh, if you are if you love the color blues that we have, the Misty Moonlight, the Night of Navy, I think it is the Balmy Blue and the Boho Blue. This is beautiful. I don't know why I didn't order it sooner, but I didn't. So, but anyways, I have it now. So, and then I'm just going to kind of show you, let's see, because my stuff didn't come in, I am using the Sending Smiles, the dies, and just one of the stamps. Here's the paper on 63. And then I am using these, the paper Florist dies. And there is no stamp set with this, but this is on 165, and but it's awesome. And I'm trying to think what, the Wanted to Say dies, that's what I wanted to use with my one card today, but that'll be for next week. Hopefully I'll get it right away, and they're pretty good. They were, they felt bad that I didn't have it, so, but okay. So here's the first card. This is called Twisted Ribbon Technique, and it's really kind of cool. It looks kind of crazy when you're doing it, but I just wanted to show you how to do it. And then this card is like a fun fold card, and it would be really nice because my husband said, I don't know what you need this paper for, but I said if you were doing a, like where you wanted a lot of people to sign your card, this would be a really cool card to kind of make for them. And then I have this little storybook box, and this is, there's lots of videos on it, but I thought it was really pretty with this paper and the flower. And then you could decorate more on the front if you wanted to, but we're going to leave it as that. So I am going to start, we'll do card number 1, the Twisted Ribbon Technique. So let's see, I think it's this one. I'm trying to be organized, but here is, I'm just going to show you these framelets too to make the flowers real quick. For this flower here, I used this and I cut out 2 of these. And then I use, for the center, this cuts out 4 of the little centers that I got in here. So if you don't want to use an embellishment, this is perfect. And then on this flower, I used this die. So I will have another whole week of this, but where I'm just using these and putting the flowers together, and then I use that leaf. And then on this flower, I believe I used this, okay? And then I did use a little embellishment. So just to kind of give you a general idea, but I'll have another video on that. And then I'm using the sending dies, which I already told you, and then I used the thank you from the Irresistible Blooms. So I'm kind of using a lot of different things to do these techniques. Oh, let's see, where did I put it? Oh, real quick, I just also want to show you these flowers. So I know I said I will, do a thing next week, but oh my God, these are so awesome. I can't really wait to play with them even more. So I had just started. I took a day of, or not a day, but like an hour to cut everything out, and then I just start playing with it. And honestly, I don't think there is a wrong way to put these flowers together. You can build your own flowers and add different things. It's really cool. So, but okay, let's get started. And let's see if I can not lose these little pieces, if I can get them out. I actually gave myself 2 in case I lose one. And one wants to stay in the paper, so you know what? I'm just going to leave it there in case I lose it. So what I'm working with, the base is my Misty Moonlight. It is 8.5 by 5.5. And I'm just going to fold it in half here. Okay, and then I did the, I think it was the Time Worn or something, or I don't know, the 3D folder. This is on the basic white, and I want to make sure I'm going the right way with it. But I'm not going to glue that down just yet, okay? So we will get our little piece of white is, let me find my measurements here. I think it's 2.5 by 5.25. Now you could make it 5 if you want. Doesn't matter. And then I have Misty Moonlight that is 2 5/8 by 5.25, and then just my inside. So I'm going to just set this aside for a minute. And before I bring this out, what I did, so this is 2.5 by 5.25. So we are going to take and score it every 1/2 inch up until 5. Okay. Now you could, if you don't want to score it, you could just take a ruler and mark it, but you're not going to see these score lines. So for me, it was just easier to score it every 1/2 inch. Okay. And I could have had this done, but I wanted to show you. I had started drywalling again, so I kind of wanted to finish what I had started, and I just really had no time to work on any cards or anything. So summer's such a busy time of year that there's never enough time in the day. But okay, so this is your 2.5 by 5.25. Now I wanted to show you on a couple other cards that I had made. This is the Cheerful Daisies. Now I did this 2 inches by 5.25. So you could do 2, 2.5. You could even do the whole front of your card if you wanted to, okay? But I wanted to show you these two, or some other cards that I had made. I think they're beautiful. At first I wasn't sure about this paper together, but I love it. So I don't know. And this one too, I like the blue one, but I really like this paper back here. But just to give you some other ideas. Okay, so it's going to be really hard to see my 1/2 inch lines, okay? But what I'm going to do is start from here, and I'm going to put glue going across to this bottom one. So you got your first line and your second line. And I'm going to go from the top to the next line on the top. Okay, so that's going to be our base. Now these are a 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and they're the same paper, but I'm going to use the front and the back, okay? So I'll put glue down, and I know it's really hard to see. Oh, I got kind of a newer bottle of glue, and I find this easier to just put the glue on here. So I don't know if you can see, this is my first line and then my second line. So you're just going to go down on an angle. I did have a little paper drawn up, but I think I tossed it when I was cleaning. Okay, so this way, and you're going to want to have your mat, but then you're not going to get glue all over. And so then you have to do the same thing. So there's the top. It's really hard for me to see too because I'm not there. I kind of moved it on an angle so I can see better. But you can just go ahead and keep adding your glue. So you're going to go from the top of the line there, or like, you know, just on the very line to the next line down. Okay. So it's really not that hard. You're just doing from the top of the line to the bottom. And you just want to have your strips long enough so they overlap. And then when you're doing this, you're going to think, what in the world is she doing? But it really comes out beautiful. So it looks like a mess as you're doing it. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So see, this one's got to come down a tad. There. So we're going to go right from this line here with your glue to that line. And if it's not perfect when you're doing the glue, it's not going to matter because you'll have enough paper to cover it. And then this one, because it's such a little piece, you're just going to kind of go on an angle. And like I said, if you did your 5 inches, you wouldn't even have this. Sometimes I kind of think this is a little waste of paper, but I started doing them that way. So, okay. So now that's not too bad, right? And looks like I need to get that up or this down, but either way, it'll be fine. So what I found the easiest to start on my next one, like you would normally go like this, okay? But what I found is starting from here, going to there. Okay, so what you're trying to do is, you're not even going to look at this so much, but what you're trying to do is go from this corner to this corner, okay? That's the easiest way to kind of show you how to do that. So I just did that with my glue as well. So I got that one kind of low, but that doesn't matter. I'm just going to do a couple here. Don't want to do too many because I'll have my hands in the glue. And if you got a certain kind of designer paper with the patterns, make sure you got your patterns, oh wait, I'm doing that. I need to get that down. Thought that was too high. So you want to keep it the two ends, okay? So just make sure I'm in the camera here. But it's been beautiful to work outside. A little cool in the morning and at night, but it's beautiful. No humidity, and so it's great. We've got tons of plants everywhere, and still got some to plant, some hostas and stuff. Oops, wrong side there. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do this top one. So you're just going to kind of do that as an angle too, and okay. Oops. Gotta let these dry good. So I'm just going to set this aside for a second, and we'll go ahead and add the, I don't want to add that yet. On the inside, I didn't stamp anything, so I'm going to go ahead and add my my inside. But you can, you know, if you want to stamp something, go right ahead. And then we'll get the, you just want to let this dry good before you start cutting. So hopefully that made sense of how I did that. Okay, so you're just connecting it. And I'm going to eventually put that on there. I already put on the sending. I cut that in a misty moonlight in the white because I didn't want to lose the little dot. So on here with these flowers, let's see. I got 2 of the big and 2 of the small. I just love how these are. So I'm just going to kind of curl them a little bit. And I like to kind of press in the center. Okay. Today's class was more about doing the techniques than necessarily like these flowers. So I don't want to spend too much time on, because I will do a separate, like I said, a video for that. So okay. So just going to add a little glue there. And we're just going to kind of offset them a little bit, not too much. So pretty. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the daisies too. Let's see, let's do this one. We'll go this way with that. Okay, and I'm going to put that center in there so I don't lose it. Oops. Okay. So then if you want, you can go back and kind of curl this a little bit. There. Isn't that pretty? So we will stamp our little send a card to say hello, and this is done in the Night of Navy. I should really have my mat. I was going to say that doesn't look like that's on there. Very good. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So now with this part, oh, I think I cut that out in the Night of Navy, and I took and did this one in the Misty Moonlight. I really like the Night of Navy, but what you're going to do is take an old pair of scissors and cut these pieces off carefully. I wouldn't do it in a trimmer myself because you don't want to rip that, but unless you got the little mini trimmer that you just, you know, do the arm thing and it's a nice clean cut. Just get this out of the way here. So I'm going to stuff all over. Okay. So this is where the magic happens when you get this cut. my scissors. I'm going to cut this a little bit tighter here. So is everyone having a good summer so far? Got a lot of graduation parties to go to, or so far we don't have any. My kids are out already, so it's like once they're out, you don't have too many anymore, unless you got family, but I think all of ours are graduated in our family, so we'll have a few years of not having any. Okay, now look at that. Isn't that cool how that turns out? When you're putting it together, you just think, oh, it looks awful, but let me get these off my little silicone mat and thrown away. Has anybody made one of these cards yet? Okay, let me just move that there. All right, let's see here. I was just gonna see. Okay. All right, so let's put this together. Gosh, I don't know what in the world. There. I don't know. That was my hair or whose hair, but ugh. Okay, so this piece will fit right on there, nice, okay? I like the way that looks. And it's a good way to use up scraps, although I don't save scraps very much, so, but if you know you want to make it and you like the colors, then you can kind of be mindful to save them. Yeah, Carol, that does save money not having to go to graduation parties, right? But okay, so that just gives it just a little bit of a border. Make sure I got this going the right way. Yep. Okay, we'll put that on the front. And then too, if you find like any little pieces that maybe at the end that didn't glue down good enough, then you can just take and glue them down a little bit better. Like these pieces here, you need it, but it should be pretty good. Okay, and I'm just going to glue the flower on. And just kind of hold it for a second. And then the sending, I'm going to glue as well. I was starting a different card because I was hoping for the happy birthday to do this and then to do the happy birthday. But like I said, I didn't get them, so I couldn't do that. I had to change it up a little bit. But okay, so a card to say hello. Now what I did here is I added a dimensional right here, actually 2 of them, and then I just put glue there. So I just am doing the mini dimensionals. Make sure I got the right side here, because this way when you add it to all this, it looks even. I'm going to take these off the backing and then put just a little glue here. Okay. And then we'll put that right there. Oops, I got my dimensional too far over. Gotta move it back over to the right a little bit. There we go. It's popped up a little bit more, but not too bad. Okay, so that is card number 1. That wasn't too hard, but if you have any questions about this, please let me know, and then I can answer them if you need help or anything. Okay, so hi Donna. Yeah, you can just watch the beginning again to do this card, but it's really cool. So, okay, so our card number 2. This is a beautiful card. I love this paper. So, So we're going to start out with, this is a 5.5 by 10.25. Get on my little pieces here. There. Okay. So yeah, this is 5.5 by 10.25. So I'm going to take, and I didn't score it yet. At least I don't think I did. Nope. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. So we will score it at 1.5. Make sure I'm scoring and not cutting. So 1.5, 3 inches, 4.5, and 6. Okay, and then what we're going to do, gosh, it's so hard to see, I'm right by the window. I just want to give this a slight crease so I can see where I'm at. Okay, so we're just going to do that so we can see where we're at. And then what I'm going to do is put this in my trimmer at 1 inch, meaning 1 inch over on this side, okay? And we are going to be cutting from 1.5 inches to our 6 inches. And you're going to just cut that down an inch, like an inch down, okay? So you go from 1.5 to 6, and that's what's going to give you those little folds. And then you're going to flip it over. Can you see that? And you're going to do the same thing at 1 inch. And then you cut from 1.5 inches to 6 inches. And that's all you got to do. Okay. So now I'm going to take and really crease these good. And just the last one. Okay, so what I had, I actually just cut a 6 by 6 paper, okay? Then you are going to cut it, let me just show you here. So you got your 6 by 6 paper. So I cut 3 strips that were, let me see here because I don't want to get this confused. So you will cut at 1.25 by 5.25. Okay, that's these strips here. Then you will have 2.25 left, and you just cut that down to 5.25. So this piece is 2.25 by 5.25. You got one piece that is your 1.25 by 5.25. Then these pieces you will cut. You got your 1.25, and you'll cut that right down to 6. And then these little pieces you will cut and you will do 3/4 of an inch by 1.25. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if that came off. No, it seems like, I know I threw the other piece out. I only had like a little strip here. So, but these all turned out, so you will get, oh yeah, because this is by 6. So you cut that right down. The only thing you're cutting off these two is a 3/4 of an inch. So you got 1.25 by 6, 1.25 by 6. Then you will cut 3/4 of an inch by 1.25, and you need 6 of them. And then that will use up to 6 inches there. And then this is 1.25 by 5.25, and you're cutting off 3/4, and this is 2.25 by 5.25. Okay, that's all the designer paper you need. So let's see. what you're going to do is you got this fold, okay? I'm just going to look at that. And it wants to, because you got your 3 panels. So what you're going to do is when you fold this, this will go your valley, your mountain, valley, okay? And then your mountain. But these 2 will go back and then out. But this is the opposite. So this one you're just going to want to leave these 2 the same and then bring that out, because this will be the front of your card. And then you're going to put a piece of paper here to hold it together, okay? So this piece, so hopefully I don't got you too confused, but if you need measurements, I can let you know. Now this is the basic white, so this is 5 1/4 by 8, and you're going to score it down at 4, and this is just going to go. You're going to fold that, and then this will go here, but I'm not going to put that on till we get the rest done. But let me just glue this piece in. So what you're going to do, because this opens up like that, you're just going to glue it to the back. Oh boy, I didn't fold that very good, did I? Let's see if I can get a little better crease on there with it even. Don't want to have a crooked card in there. Okay, that's better. All right. So you're just going to want to make sure that that is nice and even, top to bottom. Okay. So this piece, and if you have a pattern, make sure you are aware of what, you know, what your pattern is. I even like the back of this paper. That is so pretty, isn't it? Okay, so these 2 pieces are going to go right here, but I think I cut them wrong. Gosh, I hope I didn't cut these wrong. Let me see. These are supposed to be 3 1/4. Let me see what I did wrong. Yep, they're a little bit. I bet I probably used the other piece. No, I couldn't have. I don't know. But anyways, they're supposed to be 3 1/4. So you do have a little bit that's going to come off that. I was wondering why that was so long. I gotta make sure I don't get those pieces mixed up with my other ones. So we will put these here. As long as you get the right measurements on there. Okay, and then these little pieces, you got 6 of them. So they are going to go on each of these. Same thing, make sure you check your patterns. I'm going to just take and put glue on all of them. Going to say, you might hear my doggy snoring because Mitch likes to lay by my feet when I'm working. So, alrighty. Like I said, I think this would be a great card. I mean, if you want to write a nice long note too, it would be good for that. But if you got where you got several people that need to sign it, this would be perfect. And because we're putting that designer paper on this part, you kind of want to have where, you know, you got your opening there. So you got something. Okay. There. Now see, that will fold. Let's see. Like that. Okay, so can you see that? It just folds nice like that. Okay. So this piece, this little white piece is This is 2.5 by 3 1/4, and that's actually going to go right on there. And then what's nice is it kind of holds that score line like all together. But I'm going to stamp it with the thank you first. And I'm using the Night of Navy. And I kind of stamped that up a little bit higher so I could add my flower. Okay. I just love this font. It's so elegant. Okay. So we will glue this down. I might have to order some more glue. For a while, Stamping Up was on back order with it, so it was like, ugh. Okay, so there's that. That's how that card folds. Now this piece, what we're going to want to do is we'll put glue on it, but you want to have, when you close this, like that, you want to see some white here and white there, and you kind of want that to be equal on both sides. So there's like barely like a little less than 1/4 of an inch there. So I'll put glue on here. That's why I didn't add that till now. So we're just going to kind of eyeball it and do a little less than. Okay, there. Isn't that cool? I think that's a neat card. So, okay, so we will get these flowers together. So I got the 2 of the big, and you can curl these up, down, whatever you want. I could have actually put the flowers together, but. And these are kind of cool that you could actually just like do, you know, flowers like that if you wanted to. Okay. So what I'm going to do on this bottom one is just to give it a little more dimension. I'm just going to add 1 dimension there. And add the other big one, and then I'm just going to add the small ones. And you're just kind of layering them and offsetting them. I moved my thing down to see comments, but there. Okay, I just want to make sure that I stay in the camera, because sometimes I start pulling things down and then I don't pay attention. So, okay, and then this is a little center. I thought that was so cute. So what I like to do is kind of, like, I'll put this in my palm there, and I'll take the, either this end or even this end, and just kind of push that down. And two, if you spritz, oh geez, I popped that off. If you spritz this with a little water as you're working with it, you can kind of, you know, give it a little more dimension. So I'm just kind of lifting these up a little bit. Okay, so we'll work with that more next week too. So I'm just going to add my leaves onto here, right onto the back. And then we will add it onto the front. And I'm just going to put that down with some more glue. Okay. And then I added a few rhinestones to the front. I also have, what did I do? That I have these. I wasn't sure if that goes. I think it does. You know what? I'm going to add these instead. I forgot I had the new or these are, yeah, the 22, 24 in color pearls. But I used it on my last one, so I get them out of here. I think I'm just going to use this. So you can see it with the rhinestones and with these. Kind of let me know which one you like better. Oops, wrong color. Let's see, I kind of did that one there. I like that better, so let's see if I can get that with the stickiness on it. There. What do you guys think? Do you like the, oops, the rhinestones better or the pearls? I don't know. I like both of them. It's hard to say. So that's the second card that we did. Okay. Of course, it's a little thicker, so it will it'll be a little more to ship. So you're making beans for a graduation party, Donna? Lucky you. Oh, shoot. Next one I'll be cooking for is my granddaughters. So I got a ways to go if I can still cook, right? All right, so let's do our little storybook box. And I didn't put anything in here. You know what? I think I need to work on this. I was hoping, I didn't measure, but I was hoping this could fit a gift card. But it will fit candy in there or some earrings or whatever. So, okay. Let's get this going. Now, if you order $40, and because I'm on a different day, so I'll run it till Monday midnight, but if you order $40 in product from me and use my host code, you can get these projects free. I'll send them to you, and you will have to have your own stamps and ink, but there isn't really that much to stamp, so you can use whatever you want. But so we're going to be making, like, this is a box in here separately, and then you have the little book cover. Okay, so we will start with the box, and this is 5.5 by 6.5. And what you do is you score 7/8 of an inch and then 1 3/4 of an inch, and then you score that on all the sides. Make sure I did it. So you got your 7/8, oops, and then 1 3/4. Okay, so I did that already. And I did my little closure thing with a Velcro, but you also can use a magnet. But so this is how that looks, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut, well, let's just start with these lines here. You'll cut to that line there. And what you're going to do is get rid of these corners, okay? And just do a slight little thing there. And you want to keep this tab here. So you're going to do that on all of these. And sometimes it's just easier to cut them straight down and cut these off. And then you will cut this on a little slight angle, not too much, but you just want to get that line out of there. And then kind of fold that up in just these two. Take that little bit of bulk out of there. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing on this side. This is probably the most tedious out of the whole thing to do, but not too bad. And then also, I have my fishing class, my Gone Fishing class. Tomorrow is the last day to sign up for it to be shipped to you. So you don't want to miss out on that because it's a really cute class. And then, let's see, let's do this. Cut them on an angle. And then, let me just get rid of this. I don't like how that looks. I really kind of killed that, but you're not going to see it. So with my fishing class, you will make, if you get it to go, you will make 8 cards, and you will get, I'll show you the cards here in just a second. You will get to make 2 each of these cards. It's really, really cute. So I've enjoyed. I probably will actually be doing more stuff with that too. But you will get, let's see, you will get this full pack of paper, and then you will get a yard of each of these, and then you'll be making these cards. And I did a video on how to make this card, but you'll be making 2 each of these. So aren't they cute? I just love them. I don't know, I just love this whole set. Of course, I got, you know, my husband fishes, and I used to fish a lot and stuff. So, but tomorrow is the deadline for that. So you have to, you know, sign up for that if you want it to go. So I'm going to do score tape here on these, because what we're going to do is make this, the box will be nice and sturdy. So, and you could use, I use glue too. You could use glue. Because you're going to be putting those tabs in. I know I got that one a little long, but we'll just tuck it in. But what you're going to do first is put, you can do glue or your score tape, but I'm going to do glue because it gives me, oops, my little flower pot flipped over, but I'm going to just take in, do my tabs. So you're just going to put them right there. Oops. Kind of hard to see. I better get that one in there before it dries on me. What I was going to do was, I got my little clothespin to kind of hold that. And then I'm going to do the same here. It's kind of hard to see with that tab there. So you're just going to close it there. And then this one here. And I like to just kind of press on it, and it will stay pretty good, okay? So we got that. And then what you're going to do is just take off your little score tape thing. Now, you, like I said, you could have did glue too. Just tuck that in, but you're going to tuck that down. I don't think it really matters what side you do first, if you want the sides or the ends, but boy. All right. Okay. So you could put, like, you know, like I said, a little jewelry in here. I'm just gonna push that down really nice and tight. And then we'll get the last one. Like, even for graduation, you could put a little money in there. They'll be thinking, oh, I didn't get much. Until I open the box, right? Okay, so there is our cute little box. Now, I got a piece of, let me see, that one fits, I think, yeah. The designer paper I cut is, this one for the inside is 1 7/8 by 2 7/8. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now, if you wanted to, I didn't put anything in here yet, but if you wanted to, you could put a little message in here. Okay, you could put, you know, who it's from or good luck or whatever. So, okay, so this piece, this is our cover thing. So this is 3 1/4. I'm sorry, 3 1/4 by. I did it 9 by 9/16. So I made sure it fit because otherwise it's pretty tight. And then you scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4 on each side, just so you got your like a little inch. There's more than an inch in there, but what you're going to do is just fold that over. Let me see. I think that's. I can't remember what I did here. I want to just see because your box, yeah, your box isn't quite an inch, so you need that an inch, okay? So it works out. Let me just see before I glue everything. Yeah, see how that will be nice and tight, but you got a nice little lip here. That's actually better than this one. I think I did this one 7/16, but I did this one the 9/16, so it gives it just a little bit more. So you're just going to glue these tabs in to make your little box nice and sturdy. Yeah. Starting to guess or second guess myself here for a second with my measurements. Okay, just make sure that that's nice and closed. So then you got these pieces, which will go on the outside. And make sure everything's kind of going the same, like these little arrows going down. So these pieces are 2 inches by 3 1/8. So glue them down. Get a little more there. Okay, and then you got this piece for your like the spine of it, which is 13th out of 16th. Okay, 13th 16th by 3 1/8. So when you're cutting all this, you gotta make sure you're cutting everything in the right direction. If it's like polka dots, I guess it doesn't matter, something like that. Okay, so that fits in there. So we're not going to glue this yet, but you will soon. Make sure everything's tacked on here good. Okay, so this piece is 1 inch by 4 1/4. And then you will score it at 2 1/8 and 3 1/8, okay? And this will be your little closure. So, and I forgot to look this up. I know this punch is, it's been out. And I used this one on this one, but I think I'm going to use this one because I got that flower there. So what you're going to want is the, let me see, yeah, because this goes in the back. This goes underneath. So the piece that you're going to want to cut is where your score lines are. So you're going to just push that in there. Okay, make sure it's, because it fits pretty tight. So yeah, I think I like that better because it's a little bit wider. Okay. So what we're going to do now is glue this right even with that. Now you could glue it onto the back of the box, but I think it's really nice being inside. Then you don't see it. Okay. And then you will take and glue your box in here. And you're going to want to make sure that that's nice and tight to there. Make sure everything's going the right way. So we're going to put glue on here. Now you could do your score tape with this, but I find it easier with the glue because it gives you a little more wiggle room. So you're just going to want to make sure that it's tight to that. And then I'm going to actually add glue on the side here. So, and then we can make sure it's pressed down real good. Kind of hold it for a second there, and on the bottom too. So. Okay. So I think it should be pressed down really good. Okay, make sure it closes. Okay, isn't it cute? Oh, I got a little glue there. Still kind of right on the edge. Now you could close this with ribbon if you wanted to as well, but this kind of works out good. And I didn't decorate anything on the outside except for the flower. So we will just, I'm going to actually do these up a little bit. When you cut these out, you don't think, oh, that's going to be a flower. I think I'll use one of these. Okay. I'm kind of wondering, is that what I used? Oh no, I did use them. Okay. Got myself confused. And I just did this yesterday, so I have no reason to be confused, right? And you just kind of offset them a little bit. So I got these, so I used 2 and 2. So it looks like a daisy. There. Okay. And we will put a little embellishment in the center. Cute. All right, so what I did is I have, let's see, where are they? Let's see, I thought I had them out here. Oh, my Velcro things. I got smaller ones I had bought, so the Velcro dots. I had put some together already. I don't know if it's good to put them together if you don't use them a lot. But what I did is I put, let's see, not the clear one, but the like the one that's got the fuzzy more so. And on this box, I didn't put it over far enough. That's why I like this tab better. So you're just going to tear that off. Okay. And close your box. So I have both pieces on here, but this is just so I can judge of where it goes, okay? And then when you lift it up, kind of got to be careful the first couple times. Oh, I did it the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted the clear one on this one, but that's okay. It works. So you just do that. And I'm going to add my flower. Now you could do a smaller flower if you wanted to. You could do the flower there and do something else there. But I just kind of like the flower on there. And I'm just going to add some glue. And put it on there. And that's all there is to it. Not too hard, huh? Got a little glue on my bottom here, but that'll be fine. Oh, I just think this is so cute. What do you guys think? Do you like this one too? Hopefully. So, yep, you just open it up and there you go. So, cute. I don't use the Velcro stuff too much, but I do like it. So, okay. And also, as you guys know, if you got a big wish list, Stamping Up is having their, like a special where you get, I think, $30 more in your starter kit. You get $155 for $99 or for $99 plus shipping. And we'd love to have you on our team if you aren't a demo already. So if you got questions about that, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, so here's our projects for today. Which one's your favorite? I love the paper. I don't think you can go wrong with the paper. So, but okay, guys, I think that was all. Like I said, if you order $40 or more, you can get, you know, I'll send you stuff to make, like, you know, these 3 projects free. And you got to use my host code as well. Also, I am, if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, Stamp with Kelly, I'm getting closer to 1,000 subscribers. So I would love if you either shared my channel with your friends, or if you didn't sign up already. That'd be awesome. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the month. So we'll see how that goes. But even this video, I appreciate if you share it. Give me a like, a heart, whatever. Let me know which project is your favorite, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. You got till Monday night to place that order to get these free. So, but if you have any questions about measurements, anything else, just let me know and I'd be happy to answer your questions, all right? Thank you for joining me today. We'll see you next Wednesday at 10. Bye-bye.